Hey guys, it is Deborah. Are you ready to mobilize your outer elbow? Because that is exactly what we are doing in today's workout. In fact, we are gonna, in 9 minutes, strengthen and stretch out the wrist extensor muscles, the muscles in the top of the forearm, all the muscles that correlate to movement in the outer elbow. Now, if you are somebody that has been diagnosed with tennis elbow, which is commonly an injury that happens to the outer elbow where you do experience a lot of pain, then all I ask is that you have gotten the go-ahead from your occupational or physical therapist to embark onto long-term care. This is a body mobility conditioning routine post-physical therapy. So, we are going to need a couple tools. The first, for our wrist strengthening, we are going to need a weight. If you are just starting out, then you can start with no weights and then increasing to maybe a soup can, which is about 1 pound, and then 2 pounds, 3 pounds, so on and so forth as you grow stronger. The second thing we are going to need is a towel. I'm actually going to be doubling up on this towel, and that will be for our final move. But that's it. Otherwise, we can begin like the inner elbow mobilization workout. We are going to start out in a tabletop position. So come into all fours, keeping your shoulders over your wrists. Starfish your hands and press into the base of your knuckles. Keep the eyes of the elbows towards your thumb, widen your collarbone, and draw the arm bone into the shoulder socket. To help keep yourself in this upright position, the body stable in the upper body, draw your abs in, the upper abs especially, to help you stabilize. All we're going to do for this first move is wrist mobilization, where we're leaning forward, getting a nice stretch in the belly of the forearm. Then we're going to lean back, lifting the fingers on up, keeping the heels of the hands on the mat, strengthening out the wrist extensor muscles, okay? We're just going to be moving forward and then back. 1 minute, I'll go ahead and start the timer, and we will begin. Moving forward, only going so far forward where you feel a good stretch, and then only leaning so far back and lifting your fingers so far that you are feeling the wrist extensor muscles get stronger. All right, beautiful guys. Inhale, exhale. You're doing good. Just starting out, mobilizing the wrist. We have to wake everything on up before we can move into some deeper stretch work. Deeper strength work. Excellent. Forward and back. Whew. I'm feeling it already. First move, right? That's what I like. Starting up strong. Keep going. Forward and back. All right, now we're gonna come up. We're gonna cross the arms on over, interlace the fingers, and we're going to stretch both ways. So stretch one and then the other. Back and forth. Back and forth. Take a minute or a couple seconds to feel the stretch on both sides. Again, helping ourselves to wake on up this area. A little bit of a dynamic stretch here while we move in between our end range of motions. Excellent, keep going, you got it. I love this move because it doesn't require a whole lot of effort, but more isolated effort, making this an excellent isolation move. Back down to tabletop. All right, we're gonna this time draw the fingertips towards us with our wrist underneath. So this can be an intense stretch, so don't try to lean too far back if this is enough for you. Don't try to dump all your weight onto the wrist either. We're just stretching them out. So continue to starfish your hands, and if you lean a little bit forward, you can help draw your arm bones back into socket. So when you lean back, now we're gonna bring the fingertips together, rocking side to side, moving a little bit more dynamically again. Excellent work, guys. Keep going. You got it. This is the only stretches I put in here that we were gonna do for 30 seconds, moving dynamically. Excellent, excellent. We're gonna pick up our weight after this and work some strength, okay? So let's go ahead and take our weight with our hand facing down. We're gonna lower and then lift all the way on up, keeping the wrist in extension, working these extensor muscles and lowering back down. If you need to support your arm or forearm on a table, you can do that. In this case, I'm keeping it upright, and I'm gonna use my other hand to guide myself. Moving rather slow is fine. You wanna engage the muscle enough where you can feel your body muscles in the belly of the forearm, not the belly, the top of the forearm, excuse me, moving into the outer elbow edge. You got it. Beautiful. Lifting on up. You got it. And down. Lifting on up. Now we're gonna take the other hand, do the exact same thing. So drawing the weight down and then pulling it back on up. You might notice that one side of the body is weaker than the other. Be mindful. You're lifting the weight all the way on up too. We are strengthening these wrist extensor muscles. Make sure you grip the weight just right. Lift, hold, and then lower back on down. It's okay if you do this with your wrist hanging on over a table. Excellent work. You feel it? Yeah, this is a good one. And we'll release down, lifting back on up. Great job, guys. Keep going. Now we're gonna take our weight like this, and we're going to move it inwards towards our body, and then lifting back on up. Drawing it in towards the midline, and lifting back on up. Beautiful, just like that. Into the midline, and back on up. Working those outer elbow muscles in the forearm that connect there. You got it. Lifting on up and down. Feel it? I know I'm feeling it. Moving slowly, it's fine. I want to make sure that you are mindfully moving through these movements so that you can get familiar with the movement pattern, where the energy is coming from. We're not moving the shoulder in this motion. We are moving just from the wrist. All right? Lifting on up. Now we're going to take the weight in the other hand. And we're going to do the exact same thing, moving towards the middle line and then lifting back on up to our midline and moving back on up. Just like this. Again, noticing any difference or variations on either side. The movement is coming just from the wrist. This is how we can strengthen the muscles in the forearm to be that connect to the outer elbow. And as you can see, the higher that you go in weight, the more strengthening that you're going to be building. So be mindful of where you're at in this moment in time and work to improving your mobility, improving your strength. Yeah, you got it. Feeling this. I know I am. Excellent. Keep going down and up. Excellent. Now we're going to take our hand and flare the fingers as much as you can. Then we're going to create a fist and lift on up. So we're going to flex everything down, extending out all of the fingers, and then making a fist, and then extending. Moving through these two end range of motions, lifting on up, holding for a split second before going back down and extending. You can see how this is working those wrist extensor muscles. And without the weight, you can mindfully move through this pattern, this movement pattern, in becoming aware of all the intricacies of the muscles. Beautiful, guys, you got it. We only have one move after this. Quick rehab mobilization workout. Feels good. Now we're take our towel. We're just gonna do some towel twists. So twist, twist. Arms out in front of you and begin to twist. Make sure that as you move through flexion and extension with our wrist, through your full range of motion, you're squeezing the towel so that you can feel all of the muscles in the top of the forearm engaged. You'll feel a bit of a stretch in the belly of the forearm, which is fine. That's why you're going to pair this workout with the inner elbow mobilization workout, and you'll get a full-on elbow mobility workout. You'll be off to the races after this. Keep going. This is our final move. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful. And we are done, so you can release that down. Let's just go ahead and drop the arms, flick them out, let them shake for a second. Great job, guys. I am so proud of you. That was amazing. Can you feel it? I can feel the tops of my forearms. I can feel my outer elbow. Good, good, good. That's exactly what I want. I want you to be aware of the areas of this body and the ways in which you have to move your wrist that would draw energy from the outer elbow. This is opposite of the inner elbow mobilization workout, which is why I want you to pair them two together, because overall combined, you'll be able to continue to help yourself stay mobile in the elbow. Now, the elbow is a joint that is secondary to the wrist and the shoulder, so we did a lot more wrist focusing work here too, but the more you can get more mobility into your shoulders, the better your function of your elbow is going to be as well. So thank you all for joining me here today. Go ahead and give yourself in this video a thumbs up for being with me here. Let me know what you want to work on next in the comments below, and I hope you have a great upcoming week. Don't forget to subscribe to Aline Postures. I love you guys all so much. Bye.